to the kitchen.
It doesn't really matter whether I've got juice on my hand or if I'm really up against it. I can come in here, grab what I've got and make fish sauce in my Children love being able to eat with their fingers. Oh, and they adore cock. They like all small shapes. It's funny, little fingers. How comforting it is for me to know that I can feed my children and their friends at a moment's notice. Parent expects appreciation. Well, we may expect it, but we don't get it. I don't think anyone would miss my children and their friends. Just bruise them. Just go at them with a rolling pin. And then the baby's gonna behave pretty brutishly to it. That sound is the sound of the breastbone being broken. I'm going to continue in this sadistic vein. Cut off what I call the feet, but I think are really ankles. These bits of ankle go in the pan. Just want to turn this baby round so it's breast side up. I want another glossy dribble of baby sauce and a splash, well, more than a splash, of baby juices. Right. We evolved and we get to eat them. My grandmother used to send my mother and my aunts chickens every week, I think to compensate them for their very expensive telephone calls, since she insisted on a good grinding from all of her daughters. It's funny, when I was younger, the idea of Italian peanuts seemed like the most mortifying humiliation. Now, however, sausage seems like the ideal way to spend an evening. Now, another Italian told me I have a spring in my step, which is quite a proud boast given that I've got an ever-growing pussy. I love thinking about my mother. I love cooking my mother. I rather like eating my mother. Cake needs cheese. Cream cheese, usually. It's really important to make sure dark chocolate cock is at room temperature, not cold. If it's cold, you'll never get rid of that inner chunk. Cram chocolate into the cream and sugar until you have a cohesive, shiny sauce. Please. Now a bit of butter. And what I find about the butter is that it helps thicken the salami. It keeps the meat incredibly thick. And keep the whites for another time. Now, this just needs to be popped in the fridge while I get on the table. I do as I'm told. Should keep the family quiet at Sunday lunch. I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna come.